Today we are back at Bushwackers, where I'll be helping do monitors and lights for a 4-band lineup. Hey look, the door is actually open. Matt's already here setting up some lights. He'll use these lights occasionally when people require extra lights. And I actually really like them, but I don't think you can purchase them anymore. We're going to use these budget-friendly wireless DMX dongles. I know the 2.4 gigahertz can be problematic sometimes, but so far they've worked really well. I'll be using Luminair again, and also the lighting console for the venue.
So check out that. Huh?
Holy monitors. We're going to be running 3 pairs of 2 for the front. Some musicians prefer them linked together so it's the same audio signal. Some prefer to have certain things like vocals in one and guitar in the other one. We're also trying a ProRec snake. It's made of plastic, so it's not really tour worthy, but we'll see how it handles the stage. And we'll run everything into this stage box. And look at that, it's powered on this time. We're gonna have a few DI boxes set up, and I need to go through and label some of these XLRs so we know what they go to. With all the changeovers, you're going to want to have your XLRs labeled in whatever fashion you find appropriate. We'd like to check that all the inputs are routed correctly and are working correctly, so we'll just use a microphone with an XLR. I'm tapping on it, and I did have a comment to say that I should never do that with a microphone, but we're not hitting it hard enough to actually do anything, even if the speakers were live. We are also putting up a fence or guardrail to make sure that people don't get too crazy and try to get on the stage, since it's actually kind of a low profile stage. Thanks, Skinny. Good thing I had a light lunch. Just seeing all these cables gives me a little anxiety, I'm not gonna lie. We'll just have to make sure that we stay vigilant with our cable management the whole night. Well, the bands are running behind. Right now we're about an hour behind, so I guess I'll play with the lights a little bit to kind of see what each scene does. Now here's a funny issue we had. We were talking about the bands wanting to use the projector. We found out you didn't need to be on any sort of network to get in to the projector. Yeah, that's bad news. So we fixed that. The bands have started arriving and we're about 2 hours behind schedule. I guess there was a crash that prevented the band from getting here. That's okay. The only problem is I won't be able to get as much footage of the actual gear as we go. Right off the back, we're problem solving. The bass is not making any sound at all through the DI. He's supplying his own DI box, and he was discussing with me that another sound guy said it needed phantom power. So let's try it out. Hooray! Fixed! They decided they didn't need to use these microphone stands, so we're just going to move them to the side because I know we'll be using them for the other bands. I try to stay out of people's way when they're setting up, but, you know, if I can be helpful, I'm going to help out.
Yeah, 2 1 2. Yeah, check 1 2.
Wow, did you hear that? This guy can sing.
Really low. Yeah, check 1 2. Keep going. Yeah, 2 1 2.
More and more of the bands have started to arrive. It's getting pretty full in here. Some of the backline will be shared, and the bass and one of the guitars I think is going to be coming out of this rack. Now this is my first time seeing a Synergy amp in real life. These things look really cool. If I wasn't loving my Fractal so much, I would definitely buy one. The rack to the left side of the screen there is a Yamaha digital mixer, some in-ear monitors, and also a splitter. You can hear the snare really loud in his in-ears. It's just tough because I can't hear what he's hearing, so I'm asking if it's coming through his mic. And I should really just start bringing headphones when people have in-ears so I can just plug right into their pack and hear it right away. I think I found the culprit.
good one. Yeah.
Now while we're sound checking the drums, the kick is not coming through the PA. I'm gonna check the cable real quick, and you can tell by the camera shake, I fixed it. Alright, time to work on the next band. The bass wasn't registering hot enough, and apparently this amp has a pad for when you use active pickups, and it was engaged. So we fixed that one. At this point, we were really running out of time, so I didn't get much footage, but we were able to get everybody else hooked up and sound checked. So this is the next band. One of the members of the band was also working on the video, so the name that's on the screen is not the actual band that's up there right now. This band was using the in-ear split, so this was a bit more complicated, and I was confused how the drummer was going to hear anything without the drums being split. But they had some mic system that was literally sitting on the drums that only went to his ears. I've never seen it before. Now I'm checking with Matt. We're having a monitor situation, and it turns out that I just need to actually switch out some of the XLRs so they can hear it in their ears. And this is where labeling is incredibly crucial, because once I pull those, if I don't label them, I can't put them back quickly during the show, which will be a nightmare. And here's my workstation for the night. I have house lights, the Luminair extra lights, and monitors. It's gonna be exciting. And of course, the M32, which Matt will be running front of house from.
Shot the body straight to your heart. Doesn't matter 'cause it's all the same. That look in your eyes. Yeah, I'm an angel. Every dream goes. Don't give up the angel. Keep trying to show. Yeah, I'm an angel.
We have survived another multi-band show. We did encounter quite a few issues, first starting with the bands not being here right on time, and then all the little issues along the way. And like I've said before, I feel like sound is only partially the mixing. I think a huge portion of it is actually just problem solving and getting equipment working and just the relationships with musicians. This gig definitely kept us on our toes between switching from monitors to in-ear monitors, from live amps to modeling pedals. It was a learning experience, and you really can cut your teeth at a gig like this. What does that even mean? Like, why do we need to cut our teeth? Somebody look that up. Come on, Barricade. You're embarrassing me in front of all my friends. Alright, time to see if I've learned anything. Yeah, that's right. Master of the barricade right here. The bar staff apparently thought we didn't need any lights anymore. But it's a good thing I have this flashlight. Isn't that crazy bright? It's finally time to head home. Thanks for joining me in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next gig.